Hi guys, my name is Lucas Stevenson, and I am one of the volunteer leaders for the Cottonwood Homeschool group. I thought it might be helpful to record a small video, and for anybody who's new to this group or anyone who is looking into our group, it might be helpful to have a little video here that gives you some background information. Some background information on myself, my family, as well as the group, and why we do what we do. So a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Lucas. My wife is Jeanette. We homeschool our only child, our daughter, Fallon, who's 14 years old. And we have homeschooled her entire life when she was old enough to start going to school all the way to now. Also, we're relatively new to California. We moved here about actually 3.5 years ago. Newer to California and then newer to Cottonwood Church. We've been going to Cottonwood for about 2.5 years. About a year ago, a little over a year ago, we started the homeschool group at Cottonwood. And that was after we had kind of gone around searching for different groups in the area, in that kind of the LA County, Orange County area. We tried a handful of things, and nothing was really the perfect fit, I guess you could say. So we approached leadership at Cottonwood. We asked them if there was an existing community at the church for homeschooling families. There used to be. During the pandemic, that kind of dissolved. And so they just said, hey, if you're interested, if you're willing, they would support us in starting a group. So the rest is history, so to speak. So we started the group about a year ago, and it's been very much a process of figuring out how to do this and why do we do what we do. And again, that's why I thought it might be helpful to capture this on video, because I know if you've attended the group the first time, perhaps there's a lot going on and it can be a little bit confusing to really understand what is our goal, what's our mission. So essentially our mission is socialization for the kids. Through our story in homeschooling and educating our daughter, like I said, we've tried a lot of different things, and we have come to the point where we handle the education on our own as parents. So that need is met. After that need is met, we still have a need for socialization, for Fallon to be able to make friendships that are healthy in an environment that is safe. In an environment that is based on godly values. As a result, we believe that is the focus of this community. So again, as a result, we don't implement curriculum. As a group, as families together, we don't buy the same curriculum and travel through that. We just assume the family handles that on their own. They have the freedom to decide that. So here in this group, what we do is socialization. And that kind of brings me to what the group looks like on a regular basis. So we meet on the first and third Mondays every month at the church, at Cottonwood Church. During those meetups, we try to have intentional context for socialization. So that's really what that is activities that we have planned for the kids to participate in, and they're doing that together. We also try to plan those activities to be age appropriate. So activities for younger kids in kindergarten and first and second grade, activities for them might not be the same activities that middle schoolers and high schoolers are interested in. So generally speaking, we do try to have a few different activities planned that are going to be well suited for the individual age groups, so that the children actually get something out of it. And at the end of all that, we hope that they're making relationships with each other and friendships with each other. So that's our number one goal with the group. The added benefit, while this isn't the intentional goal, the added benefit there is community for us parents. So while the kids are doing their activities, the parents are there as well. And during these meetups, we have time to kind of talk with each other, get to know each other, and do what I call comparing notes. And I love to hear, how do other families handle the challenges in homeschooling? Have they figured that out creatively? And then I'm also able to share our story and how we've been able to creatively assess what we do for Fallon. So I see that as really a huge benefit, to be able to come together and support each other. On the alternating weeks, like I mentioned, we meet the first and third Mondays at Cottonwood. So the alternating weeks, when we're not at Cottonwood, we do try and have meetups outside of that location. So we will meet at parks, we'll meet at libraries, we'll also organize field trips, some informal field trips to various locations that are relatively close in the area. So we will also do that. As I mentioned earlier, a couple of things that I wanted to communicate are our group values. So first and foremost, our values are absolutely based off of the Bible. So we look to the Bible to very much guide us in how we interact, how we treat each other, how we love each other, how we communicate, and as well as what we filter out, what we build fences around and we're not interacting with. So we always look to the Bible. Additionally, Cottonwood, obviously as the host for the location for meeting up, they are also our oversight. So personally, I meet with one of the pastors on a regular basis at Cottonwood and give full transparency on what we do, and so that we are getting the benefit of their leadership, the maturity of their leadership, and so that they can speak into us as a group. And we see that as a healthy, very helpful thing. Another thing that can often be asked is, you don't actually have to be a regular attender at Cottonwood. Certainly we do have families attending this group who are members or regularly attend Cottonwood, but actually, as a matter of fact, you don't have to be a regular attender. So feel free, if you're viewing this, if you've thought about joining, but you're not a regular attender of Cottonwood, that's okay. In fact, you can invite other families that you know who might be interested in homeschooling or who are homeschooling. They are more than welcome to attend this. That's actually another benefit, I think, of this community, is there more and more these days. There are families who are really considering homeschooling. They've never done it. It seems a little bit daunting. And this is a great resource to be able to ask questions if you're new to homeschooling and figure out, like, how do you do this? So that's another really cool thing. Lastly, what I would say is this is kind of what I call a crowd-funded group. What I mean by that is, and there's no paid staff that's part of the group, so none of us are paid by the church to run this group. This is all volunteer effort, and there's several families that I just want you to know I'm so grateful for your help and your participation in turning this community into such a blessing. So what that means is that it's not a drop-off. I know there's other homeschool groups or co-ops where dropping the kids off is an option. For right now, it's not a drop-off. So if you were interested in this group, just know that you would be attending along with your children. And we do also ask that if you're attending with your kids, that I know it's easy to kind of check out a little bit. If the kids start playing with each other and they go off and start doing their own thing, I do it myself to kind of get my phone out and start scrolling and check out a little bit. But we do ask that while you're there, if you're attending our meetups, to stay engaged and help us shepherd the kids and shepherd this group. Lastly, kind of on a miscellaneous note, we do take a break. Our meetups generally follow the season of public school, so we'll take a break over the winter holidays. It's generally about a month and a half, sort of a 2-month break, and then also we do that during the summer. However, during those breaks, we do meet informally. We just don't meet at Cottonwood. So we still keep up communication with each other. We'll meet informally at parks or libraries or that sort of thing. So grateful for this community and very much looking forward to continuing to get to know you all and meeting new faces. So thank you so much.